The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. Mathilde Loisel was a beautiful young woman living in Paris with her husband, Monsieur Loisel. Although they were not poor, they lived a simple and ordinary life. Mathilde, however, was never satisfied. She dreamed of luxurious mansions, elegant dresses, sparkling jewels, and grand parties attended by wealthy people. Every day, she imagined a life filled with riches and admiration. She believed she deserved more than the modest life she had. Her husband loved her deeply and worked hard to provide for their family, but nothing seemed enough to make Mathilde happy. One evening, Monsieur Loisel came home carrying an important invitation. Excitedly, he handed it to his wife. It was an invitation to a grand ball hosted by the Ministry of Education, an event attended by the most important and fashionable people in the city. Monsieur Loisel thought Mathilde would be delighted. Instead, she burst into tears. When her husband asked why, she explained that she had no beautiful dress to wear. She felt embarrassed at the thought of attending such an elegant event dressed in ordinary clothing. Wanting to make her happy, Monsieur Loisel gave her the money he had been saving to buy a hunting rifle. With that money, Mathilde purchased a beautiful gown. For a moment, she seemed pleased, but soon she became unhappy again. This time, she complained that she had no jewelry to wear. Monsieur Loisel suggested she borrow some from her wealthy friend, Madame Forestier. Mathilde visited her friend and was delighted to find a collection of magnificent jewels. Among them, one item captured her attention, a dazzling diamond necklace. Madame Forestier gladly lent it to her. Mathilde was overjoyed. The night of the ball finally arrived. Dressed in her elegant gown and wearing the sparkling necklace, Mathilde looked stunning. She became the center of attention. People admired her beauty. Guests asked for introductions. Men invited her to dance. For the first time in her life, Mathilde felt exactly as she had always dreamed, important, admired, and glamorous. She enjoyed every moment of the evening. But all good things eventually come to an end. Near 4 o'clock in the morning, Mathilde and her husband left the celebration and returned home. When they arrived, Mathilde stood before a mirror to admire herself one last time. Suddenly, she froze. The necklace was gone. Panic filled the room. The couple searched everywhere. They checked her dress, her coat, their pockets, and every corner of their home. Monsieur Loisel retraced their route through the streets of Paris, but the necklace had disappeared. Days passed with no sign of it. Terrified of telling Madame Forestier the truth, the Loisels decided to replace the necklace. After searching many jewelry shops, they found one that looked exactly the same. The price was enormous. To buy it, they borrowed money from lenders, signed loans, and plunged themselves into heavy debt. They returned the replacement necklace to Madame Forestier, who accepted it without suspicion. But the real struggle was only beginning. For the next 10 years, Mathilde and her husband worked tirelessly to repay their debts. They dismissed their servants. They moved into a small, cramped apartment. Mathilde washed dishes, scrubbed floors, carried water, and did exhausting household labor. Monsieur Loisel worked long hours and took extra jobs at night. Year after year, they sacrificed comfort, health, and happiness to pay what they owed. Slowly, the debt was finally paid, but the years had changed Mathilde. Her youthful beauty had faded. Her hands had become rough from hard work. Her dreams of luxury had disappeared. One day, while walking through a park, Mathilde saw Madame Forestier. Gathering her courage, she approached her old friend. Madame Forestier hardly recognized her. Mathilde then revealed the truth. She confessed that she had lost the borrowed necklace years ago and had spent 10 years working to replace it. Madame Forestier stared at her in shock. Then she took Mathilde's hands and said words that changed everything. "My poor Mathilde, the necklace I lent you was not made of real diamonds. It was only imitation jewelry. It was worth very little." Mathilde stood speechless. All those years of hardship, all the suffering, all the sacrifices, had been for a necklace that was never valuable in the first place. And so, the story ends with a powerful lesson. Sometimes, our desire to impress others can cost us far more than we realize. True happiness does not come from wealth, appearance, or luxury. It comes from honesty, gratitude, and appreciating what we already have.